Yo, um, it's actually good to be making videos of a win. It feels like it's been forever. I've been doing videos where we've lost the last two matches. It's only been two matches, but it feels like forever. So I'm super excited that we got this win. London derby, and we came out with 3 goals and 3 points. Tammy with a brace, and yeah, we're looking good. So let's get right into it. So let's get the cons out the way, because I want to get all the negative stuff out the way really quickly and move on to the positives. I think negatives, again, like I said in a previous video, passing. The team, at the times when we weren't looking good and West Ham was starting to dominate, the passing came off from, I think, about from the 25th minute, because that was our best period in the first half, was from the first to the 25th minute. And after that, we became a bit sloppy and the passes were going sideways, and it wasn't gelling as it was in the first 25 minutes. So I think that's an important thing, again, that Lampard needs to look at. But when your team wins, you obviously those things are left on the side. But I think that's important, because if West Ham went 1-1, it would have been such a big issue. And getting that, when a team is passing properly and finding each other, it boosts the team's morale, and they push towards getting that goal. So yeah, I think that's an important part that needs to be looked at, and just the players need to do better and just pass the ball better. Moving on, Jorginho, another con. I enjoy watching Jorginho play sometimes, but he's one of those players where he can have an extremely amazing game and then have like the worst game of his life. So I don't think today was the worst game of his life necessarily, but I think he lost the ball a lot in the middle of the park, where it was very dangerous, and it was pretty evident that most of West Ham's threatening attacks kicked off from the midfield. And when Jorginho loses the ball there, and I'm not saying he's the only one that did, but him, more importantly, because he's in very sensitive positions when he has the ball. So once he loses, there's an overload on the defense, and you have maybe 3-4 attackers, and Azpilicueta is already up front, so it's a 3 versus 4, and it's an issue. So I think Jorginho needs to do better with that. But I mean, again, I don't think it was his worst game. I just think sometimes you get that Jorginho that just doesn't show up. I'm glad Lampard took him off when he did. I wished he would have taken him off a little sooner. But I mean, again, it's one of those things, when you win, you don't really dive deep into it, but it's important things to look at. The next topic is not fun for me, because I'm actually a fan of Werner. I think he's amazing. He's in my FIFA FUT team. He's who I hope is going to score every single time. On my Chelsea predictor on the app, I definitely go Timo Werner to score all the time. And at first I was frustrated. I think in the past 2-3 matches I was very frustrated with him. I just thought it was a confidence thing, that he wasn't, he wasn't feeling that he could take this league on. But I'm starting to feel like he's unlucky. I'm starting to feel like it's one of those instances. And again, we have to look at the fact that he's coming into the Premier League. That's one of the toughest leagues in the world, full of strong defenders that he mentioned earlier, that you don't have that in Germany. But I just think it's important for him to get that goal, and after that this drought will be over. He had two magnificent chances, one in the first half and one in the second. I mean, like, every time he's in that position, like, I'm always like, oh please, oh please, oh please. And unfortunately it didn't happen this game, but at the end of the day, Werner is still a threat. Whether, you know, he's not scoring. I mean, Tammy's first goal was technically an assist from Werner. So getting into those positions, he's still doing all the work around it, but like the final product is not there yet, and that's what we're hoping for. And yeah, soon I hope that, you know, he gets his goal. I was actually hoping for a penalty at some point. Maybe that might boost his confidence, help him. But and then I realized Jorginho was on the pitch, so it could have gone either way. But other than that, I think he had an okay game. If he had put away those two chances, he probably would have been man of the match. And yeah, it's just one of those things. Right, moving on to the fun stuff, the good stuff, the happy stuff, we won because of this stuff. We have to start off with Azpilicueta coming in while Reece is, you know, going through his injury. I thought Azpilicueta was phenomenal, except for there was one instance where the ball was being crossed and he misjudged it and it went past him and they almost scored. But other than that, Azpilicueta was amazing. He stopped two like dead-on crosses, and yeah, I just think Azpilicueta was phenomenal. Another pro is my guy that I like. I'm gonna die on this hill. I think that's the way to go about that. Emerson. I've always been an Emerson fan. I think I just think he's more flexible. He's quicker than Ben Chilwell, and his crossing is not that bad. He put in two crosses today that was pretty impressive. So I'm impressed with Emerson. I think that it's important for us to give him a chance. And now that Ben Chilwell's out, we're not sure how long it's going to be. I think he's going to get his chance. And I have faith in Emerson. I know he's prone to mistakes, like a lot of our players are. I mean, even T.Silva and Zuma are prone to making mistakes. Mendy, well, you know, it's the same, but I think he deserves his chance, and I think he's going to prove a lot of Chelsea fans wrong. So yeah, I mean, let me know what you think in the comments, and yeah, it should be interesting. I'm just so excited that he finally gets his chance. He came into the team today when he was needed. He worked for the team. He tracked back. He attacked, and he was looking good. So I'm all down for Emerson. Good job today. While I have you guys here, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you like it, a thumbs down. If you don't, I mean, free will. Yeah, also leave a comment, like if you like anything I said, or you dislike anything I said, or you disagree, you know, let's have a conversation. I'm always down to talk to the peoples, and yeah, and see what your opinions are about the match. Yeah, so moving on, like I just want one more pro that I think is important was the defense as a whole, as a unit. I think Mendy was on point as usual, except for his mistakes at Everton. I don't think he's really that bad of a goalkeeper. I think he commands his area well. The good thing that he has two French-speaking centre-backs in front of him. So, pardon me. So that transition is amazing for him to come to England and be able to speak French to the two in front of him. Yeah, so And I think Azpilicueta also speaks French, so it's good for him. I'm sure he's learning English words and things to say to the defense. But again, commanding. Like I said before, Azpilicueta was amazing. Emerson was amazing. But the two centre backs, the backbone of this team, actually showed and proved today. You saw Zuma going out into the right wing at times just to cover Azpilicueta, and he did that fantastically. Thiago Silva, obviously, with the goal, and he's defending in general is amazing. I cannot believe that this guy's 36 and he's still pulling off these things. I didn't watch him when he was younger. I can only imagine what he was like, and I get the hype around him. So yeah, and moving on into that, it's a great segue. I think another pro is that goal from Thiago Silva. Beautifully done, and it was at a point where I wasn't sure what was happening. Were we dominating? Was West Ham coming back? And then boom, out of nowhere, I was even shocked, and I was like, wait, and I was so subdued that I was like, maybe VAR has something to say, I don't know. So I waited, and it was a goal, and it was amazing. And once I saw the replays, I was like, it was actually a well-taken header. So very impressed with Thiago Silva. I hope he gets an upgrade on FUT. That'll put him at 87, and he's not bad at 86, so yeah, the pro. He is a pro. He showed that he can sit on the bench and wait his turn and then come on and produce. Tammy Abraham. I mean, what can we say about Tammy Abraham? He's proved himself in these 2 seasons. He's put on that number 9 shirt, and he's just carried it on, and he is just wonderful. A lot of people thought he might not be able to do this at Premier League level, but he's still proving them wrong. I think with more starts, you get more goals from Tammy. But even when he's not scoring, he's such a menace to defenders that the people around him, Pulisic, Werner, Ziyech, can play off that and create the spaces. I think he might even, it looks like he's being coached by Giroud. I'm not really sure what's going on there, but he's looking like the striker that Chelsea Football Club need and are gonna need. And his 2 goals were amazing. The first one, for him to get into that position, because let's be honest, it was a missed kick from Werner, but for him to be in that position and to be onside, to put that and just caress the ball into the corner is amazing. I don't think, there's a lot of Premier League strikers that might not have had the foresight. I'm thinking that's kind of like a poacher goal, like an Edison Cavani would do in his prime. And also the second goal, for him to be in that position again and finish it the way he did, it was incredible. I think if Thiago Silva didn't score and was amazing in defense, I think Tammy would have gotten man of the match. For me, I'm not sure who got the man of the match in general, but for sure Tammy looked amazing, and he's another pro in this win, and it's incredible. And finally, a big pro is the win. The past 2 games have been, serious agony. Watching other teams like Man United put, I think it was 6 past leads, and Liverpool putting 7, and the only saving grace was Arsenal's downfall, which is amazing. Thank you guys for helping us to breathe. But and coming into this game, with our current form, we didn't look that great. West Ham had beaten us twice in the last two meetings. So it was one of those games that could have gone either way. And even during the match, I think the score in general doesn't tell the full story of the match. I think at times, no, not at times, for a long period, West Ham looked like they were going to get back into it. I think we got fortunate with the second goal, but after the second goal, the third goal, the touches from Pulisic and Tammy Abraham to get into those spaces, I mean, it just looks like a team that, you know, that's cohesive, and that wants to work together, and just that the win in general, like, it was just everything from attack to midfield to defense. We looked good. Obviously, there were shaky times, and I'm sure a lot of us Chelsea fans were thinking, oh my goodness, is this going to happen again? Is West Ham going to steal a point from us again? And fortunately, they didn't. So big up to the win, and it was a great night for Chelsea Football Club. Our next match is Arsenal. That's going to be interesting. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. For now, we get to rest. The boys get a rest, and hopefully Timo Werner can, like, I don't know, go meditate and do some, like, I don't know, some inner healing, because someone's put some, like, voodoo doll of bad luck on him, and we need that to go away. Anyway, guys, again, if you like what you hear, please give me a thumbs up on the video. Comment. I think I enjoy comments more than I want likes, because I like to have conversations with people. So yeah, like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.